Greetings, my V family all over the world. This is your chief. Welcome to week 43. All right. Before that, I found this coolest cap ever of Sylvester, the cat, and what's the mouse's name? Does everyone remember? It's not Mickey Mouse. Alright, so I found this coolest cap ever, alright, from New Era, and I love it, and I'm trying to get new caps because I wear a cap on every Instagram live, and I don't wear a cap on my Wednesday message. So I decided, I got a lot of comments, Chief, I love your caps, can you get some new caps, show us, talk about it. So this is it. There's cheese here, there's all kinds of stuff. There's cheese here, I think, there's a mouse trap. Cool, I love caps. Well guys, welcome to my Instagram live. Alright, wherever you are. Sylvester, and what's the mouse's name? I know it's Sylvester, alright, I need to know the mouse. Alright, I think that was Lorraine. Well, Elvina Elagera, shout out to you. Gurunat, QNet official, Rita, Saras Almadi, Amani, Lakshman, Wandanara. I saw AVP Shipra, what's up? Mushina, Global Shafi, Zulu from Singapore, Navani, Zamir. The V official is Loreen. You haven't answered my question. What's the mouse's name? Afzal, Rainbow Pearls. Ashley started following me. Thank you for following me, Ashley. Alright. Rupali, Hamanat, Girish, Shavil, Ravindra, Niveta Modern started following you. Thanks. Shipra Niraj. Love you, long time. Alright. Nosi Shipra, I'm coming to Dubai soon. Sylvester and who, Lorraine. Alright. Niyamat from Saudi Arabia. Assalamu alaikum. Jeremy, Wanda, Rushab. Vicky Ras, always there. Princess Devani from Kenya. What's up? Amani. Mohammad Aryan, Sheshad, Sachin, Abi, Jerry, Tom and Jerry. It's freaking Tom and Jerry. How could I forget? So this is Tom and this is Jerry. Sylvester is the other cat. Exactly. This is Tom and Jerry. Sylvester is another cat in another cartoon. All right. Tom and Jerry, guys. Tom and Jerry. Thanks, Lorraine. You are a lifesaver. JR Maya in the house. All right. Love you, JR. Okay. Kotsus, Surya, Che Kaui, Isha, Kalai. Thanks, Kalai. No, Tom and Jerry. I'm getting slightly older. My memory is not working out. AVP Kalai in the house. Jeremy, Anup, Reddy, Urmila, Ankit, Kajara, Noshat, Munshit, Saroha Champion, Suresh, Tralin, Tipa. Hi, Tipa. VC Tipa in the house. Indraja Gop. Are you all together, Tipa? Y'all are watching it separately. Indraja Gopal Reddy, Ramakrishna, Sadia, Vishal. Adli in the house. We partner. Adli in the house. Love you, Adli. Alright. Adli is in Dubai. Shush. Adli rocked it at VCon. Narendra, Naresh Kumar, Rashmi, Shraddha, Sumit, PRK, MD, Ikram, Kunchuk. Alright. Love you from Tibet. Hey, what's up, Tibet? Unbelievable. Sharma, Dhaka, Harry. Okay. So, Tom and Jerry. The greatest battle of the... I grew up watching these guys. Okay. And cartoons were simple, not complicated. Now cartoons are almost movies. So firstly, Assalamu alaikum to all my Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. Alright, privyet to everyone from the Russian-speaking countries. Bonjour to everyone from the French-speaking countries. Namaste, Vanakkam, Aibawan, India, Sri Lanka. Namaste, Nepal. Assalamu alaikum, Pakistan. Vigets, Ola, and all the greetings in Europe. Alright, the whole of QN Europe. I love you guys. Xin Chao, Vietnam, Mekalawa, Myanmar, apa kabar, Malaysia, Indonesia, Ni Hao Ma, Hong Kong, Greater China. Greetings from everyone around the world. So wherever you are right now, welcome to week 43. Alright, it's the final week of rank advancement, which means you should be at the highest level of focus, intensity, presentation, follow through, activity, and everything else. All right. And most importantly, I believe that this week is crucial to follow through with the momentum of VCon. All right. Now remember, VCon, which all of you attended, which I believe was one of our best VCons, even though it was a digital VCon, Japa, Dato Sri Vijay rocked it, guys. It was unbelievable. The V partners who spoke, loved them. They blew my mind. And VCon creates energy. VCon creates momentum. VCon creates the ability for you to raise your network to the next level. Because you see, when you build an organization, and some of you are new and some of you are veterans, all right, you got V partners, AVPs on this call. When you build an organization, you create momentum. Now, no matter who you are, at some point, momentum plateaus. It sort of, goes in a straight line. It doesn't go on a uptrend. It goes on a straight line sometimes, and most of the time. And then you need something to inject a new mojo, a new excitement, and then it goes on an uptrend again. So imagine, okay, I'm trying to do this on this camera, okay? So you start networking always, is this correct? Yeah. You start networking, it always goes, and then after a while, it goes like that, and then it stays flat, all right? And then you need to do something to get it to go up again. Are you guys with me? Am I making sense? Now, VCon is that thing. That means with VCon, you have the ability to use the energy of VCon, the momentum of VCon, to push your network to the next level. So people think network marketing is like that now. Whoo! Max out. No, it doesn't work that way. Not even for Tom and Jerry. All right? What it does is you go up, you plateau. There are many reasons for plateauing, so don't overanalyze this. And then you go up, then you plateau, then you go up, you plateau. The thing is for you to constantly plateau up, and you keep going up to max out consistently 3 tracking centers. That's your goal. Now, every time your organization plateaus, which it does, you must not be in denial. And don't try to psychoanalyze why it's happening. It just happens, guys. All right? Very few people have the ability to stay switched on all the time. All right? You find people like that, okay, they're already on the VCon stage. You look at Adli, Arun, David, Sati, the Mavericks. These are the guys who have never switched off, okay? And to me, it's fundamentally important that you recognize the fact that when your organization plateaus, the most important thing is recognizing that moment. Now, it can plateau for a while, and this applies, Vicky Ras, to the corporate guys also. The performance of your employees in the corporate QNet, the VQ lifestyle, if you guys are watching, all right, very few employees perform like whoosh. Everyone goes like plateau. They got issues, they got stuff, whatever. But you need to inject, all right, a new mojo, a new wake-up call. And you can do this by inspiration. You can do this by a little bit of old school hammering and waking them up. Because I think laziness or comfort zone has become human nature. So when you look at your network and it plateaus, don't panic. Don't think you are doing anything wrong. You are not. It is just happens. Okay? Even to the best of us. Happens to me. Happens to anyone when I'm building my organization. But the key is for you to recognize when your organization starts to plateau. Because if you leave your organization too long plateauing, is that the word, plateauing? Then it's very hard to get it up. And when an organization plateaus too long, naturally gravity takes control and it starts to decline. And this is the mistake people make. And people do this because of arrogance. They think, nope, my network is okay. I don't want to handle, it's all good. I put them in the system, blah, blah, blah. No. You have to do something. You have to consciously do something to get your network out of the plateau upwards. And VCon is that one thing. Because VCon wakes everyone up. All right. I mean, I'm still getting messages and videos from all over the world about this VCon and how unbelievable, how it changed their life and how exciting, and people are getting checks. I'm getting new TATs from a lot of new kids on the block who are seeing their first check, second check because of the fine two that I pushed them, the QNet promo. I am a warrior. I found my dream listening to the great ones, Japa, Dato Sri Vijay, and is rocking. Now you need to make sure this momentum gets you out of the plateau and pushes up, which means you got to follow through and you got to do a lot of stuff. And you just can't, let VCon do it for you. You got to do something. You got to push yourself. You got to push your leaders. All right. And I've come to realize that in this trend of getting out of the plateau post VCon, all right, you start to realize your true leaders. And this is important. You start to recognize the performers who could perform after VCon. You understand, Kalai? That means they were plateauing, and then suddenly, because of VCon, the click happened and they're performing. Now you got to keep them focused on that performance. Don't let them go back into a comfort zone or plateauing. So that's my first message to you guys all over the world, wherever you're coming from. All right? Okay, I see you, India. I see you, Tanzania. I see you, Kazakhstan, Ghana, Australia, Russia, Turkey. I see you, Tibet. Unbelievable. I see you, Morocco, UAE, Saudi. Assalamu alaikum. All right. I see you, Qatar. I see you, Egypt. Okay. I see you, Cote d'Ivoire. Bonjour. I see you, Kuwait. I see you, Ghana. I spoke to you guys earlier. I see you, Tanzania. Unbelievable. All right. I see you guys, Morocco. All right. I see you guys in Kurdistan, in Turkey again. Europe, I see you, Germany, Sweden, Casablanca, that's Morocco. I mean, some of you are Comoros. What's up, Comoros? I love you guys, my warriors in Comoros. Tibet, Kurdistan, I see you. Afghanistan, I see you guys. All right, Kazakh, I see you again. I see you. Unbelievable, guys. Indonesia, apa kabar? All right, India again. Sri Lanka. Okay, I see you guys. Vietnam, Myanmar, Pakistan. All right, I love you. Nepal, I love you guys. What else? I see your flags. I'm sorry, I don't know half the flags. Myanmar. Okay, I love you, Chief, but I don't know which country is that. Azerbaijan. Yes, Azerbaijan. What's up? Okay, unbelievable. All over the world. So that's the first point. All right, to recognize when your organization is plateauing or when your people are in a comfort zone and kick them out of their comfort zone, guys. All right, with trespass. Some will take it, some won't, but move on with life. All right, some will, some won't, so what? All right, someone's waiting somewhere. Now the second point, which I addressed, I think some time ago, Kalai, all right, long time ago, is that recently, I don't know why. Don't ask me why, okay? I don't know why, but recently I have been busy like a bee. All right, busier than Tom chasing Jerry. Okay, if you seen the cartoon. Okay, Armenia, I see you. I've been busy. All right, managing issues with regards to relationships. All right, upline, downline, stuff like that. Boss, employee, whatever. And I've come to realize that I've addressed this many times with you guys, especially the new kids on the block. Listen very carefully. Now, firstly, when you start building your organization, your department, your company, all right, wake up and smell the coffee. You are dealing with people, human freaking beings. And every single individual that comes into your zone, comes into your network as your downline, even as your upline, as your boss, as your employee, all right, they are all different. There are no two people who are the same. They come with their characteristics, their attitude, their past experiences. They come with everything, guys, all right? And the true essence of leadership is to be able to manage every individual, now listen carefully, similarly but different. Now, you can't create a module or training. I can't do an Instagram for each person around the world. Hey, hi, let's log on. I'll talk to you alone. Let's do a Zoom. I'll talk to you alone. You can't. You try to manage everyone the same way, but you know when you have to manage some people extra special and differently. Now, I have learned watching Dato Sri Vijay for 23 years that ultimately the only key element of success in anyone is the art of managing relationships. And today, I want to share a very important lesson I learned last night. I was doing some introspection because I was dealing with some morons as usual. And I was doing some introspection. I was seeking guidance from my mentor, Dato Sri Vijay. And this applies to all of you. All of you. And when you hear this, you will understand. Alright? One of the greatest challenges, I believe, Kalai, Adli, Shipra, you all know this. I don't know, a lot of V ambassadors are online, but I can't see. I only see Kalai, Adli and Shipra. So if there's any other V partner, AVP, V Council on this call, I love you guys so much. Thank you for your loyalty to the great ones. Alright, Japadas, Bismarck and Dato Sri Vijay. Any member of the core and alliance in service here, I love you guys. Thank you for a fantastic VCon. And to all the corporate warriors of QNet, the VQ lifestyle, I love you guys. Thank you for what you do every day. Alright? So here's the point I learned. And Dato Sri has taught me this many times and taught JR and all that. Now, you need to recognize, you need to learn the ability. And this is very important if you ever want to be as happy as me. Alright? Because I have come to realize recently, with many changes in my life, that the most important thing to me is happiness today. And don't get me wrong, I love financial freedom. It contributes tremendously to my happiness. But happiness is important. And it must be to you too. And you should not be in any situation for too long if you're unhappy. You either change the situation, confront the people that is creating this environment of happiness, or you leave. Alright? And today I'm going to teach you what Dato Sri taught me a long time ago. Every relationship, alright, okay, you must apply the art of relationship management, which is 4 levels. 4 levels, okay? Which was written 3,000 years ago by a great philosopher called Chanakya in the olden day, India, okay? And it was 4 words called Samadana, Peda, Dandam. But don't worry about that. Don't get too excited about the words and try to Google it right now. Focus on your chief. It basically means when you want to manage a relationship, if you want to convey your message to somebody, if you want to wake your downlines up, if you want to give them a wake-up call, you need to redirect them, get them to do what they're supposed to do. The first, speak with love. Speak with love and care. Please, remember your dream. Alright? Remember why you're doing this. You're doing this for your family. Push yourself. You have great potential. First is speak with love. Now, when that doesn't work, which sometimes it does not work with most people, then the second level is to get a little switched on, alright, and speak with absolute certainty, not aggression, with absolute certainty that you are not there to waste your time. You want to put forward your message with absolute certainty. And this is very important. And if that fails, the third level, alright, is to bring a third party as a mediator, which is mutually respected by you and your downline or upline or whoever, because there's a conflict, okay? Alright? And this is very important. And the fourth level, so first is speak with love and care and all that, with trespass. Second, speak with a little bit more power, with absolute certainty, and don't waste time holding hands singing Kumbaya. They need to wake up and smell the coffee. Third is involve a third party that everyone mutually respects, and that person can mediate and give you a wake-up call. And the fourth, alright, Samadana, Peda, Dandam, let it go for a while. Leave the person alone. Syria, I see you. I love you, my brothers and sisters. Leave that person alone. Alright? And come back one day, inshallah, and deal with it. Okay? Let go, basically. Detach yourself. No use getting too attached. Now, when you manage relationships, which is the core function of any upline and downline, and it is fundamentally important that you learn the art of relationship management if you ever want to be a max out king and queen. If you ask me, the true secret that I learned from Japa and Dato Sri, watching them, our founders, is their art of managing relationships. If you know how to manage relationships well, you can succeed. However, there is a challenge. The problem I realized in 22 years of building this organization, Dark Miss, you're back. What's up? 23 years of building this organization, I realized that it depends who you deal with. Now, I deal with a lot of people, all right, all over the world, guys. I deal with small, just starting downlines who just ask me basic questions. I deal with max out kings and queens. I'm not talking 1 TC, I'm talking 3 TCs. You understand? I'm talking the mega, the big boys, the big girls. And they can be sometimes a bit more, full cup or whatever. Doesn't matter. I deal with a lot of people. And I always go back to Dato Sri Vijay and for guidance, right? As my mentor, as my upline. And I realized the most important thing. You need to have the ability, all of you need to have the ability to know whether you are dealing with their person or their ego. Because I shared this many times to all of you, and at ISB you can ask Kalai and Shipra and Adli. Everyone has the real person, which is very easy to love, who is an empty cup, willing to learn, is loyal and grateful, all right, and will always be there for you. And then that same person will have an ego. People call it the alter ego. That ego is the biggest useless moron on the planet. And that ego appears, takes over. That ego is driven by insecurity, anger, passion, all that stupid things. And you end up not dealing with the person. You end up dealing with the ego. Now, the mistake you make is entertaining that ego. I don't. Dato Sri Vijay says, if you know you are dealing with somebody's ego, why waste your time? Move on with life. Alright? Quell that ego. So the real person comes up and then you deal with that person. So the mistake a lot of us make, and I have made this mistake many times, is I waste time dealing with the person's ego. It's like talking to a moron. Do you understand? Because the ego, and Kalai knows this, the ego is not rational. The ego believes in their own hype. The ego thinks they all can do things on their own. You understand? The ego forgets who got them there in the first place. You understand not? And when you are dealing with somebody's ego, don't waste your time. Move on. Now, what happens, Adli knows this, Shipra knows this, Pakistan, I see you guys. I love you guys too. What's your name? Sadia, what's up? Alright? Mariam, how are you? And you ask Adli, Ibrahim is here, AVP Ibrahim, I see you, bro. Alright? And when you ask Ibrahim, Kalai, Adli, Shipra, these are the biggest leaders today in QNet, alright? They're the warriors of Dato Sri Vijay and Japa. I love you guys so much. What happens is, you waste time dealing with people's egos. You only got 24 hours. If you spend 12 hours entertaining everyone's ego, alright, and the biggest mistake you can make is allowing that ego to frustrate you, allowing that ego to, distract you from your ultimate goal. So what I learned from Dato Sri Vijay is when I go into a conversation with even a moron, okay, I straightway decide, am I dealing with the person or the ego? If I'm dealing with the ego of that moron, I straightway say, have a nice day, love you, good night, pup. And I come back again. So what I realized in 23 years, why I'm happy today, and I used to be stressed out, managing the network, running around the world, is I wasted a lot of time dealing with people's ego. And every minute you spend dealing with somebody's ego, you wasting that 1 minute from dealing with a sincere guy or girl who has an empty cup, wanting to grow, alright, loyal, grateful, on that path. So the ego, Uganda, I see you, is the danger. And the past few days, I've been dealing with a lot of people's egos. Now, what to do when you deal with somebody's ego? There is no other choice. You got to beat it down. Or not that person, Senegal, I see you, will self-destruct and potentially destroy your organization. Cameroon, I love you. So remember this. First message today on my Instagram live. Alright? Your organization will naturally reach a plateau. Alright? You must be sensitive enough to identify that moment. And don't allow that plateau to last too long. And when you recognize your organization is in a plateau, immediately, alright, inject something. If it's not VCon time, do your own thing. Run a competition, a recognition night, or pull your leaders together and hammer the shit out of them and wake them up, you understand? Or something different, guys, you understand? And immediately tell them, we are going to be number one in the world, or something. Because if you don't inject that mojo at that time, the decline will happen to your organization, including corporate guys, huh? Guys, I'm talking corporate, there's a lot of corporate guys here who, I love Iran, I see you, salam, alright, who joined my Instagram live, okay? The second, the ultimate art that I learned from Dato Sri Vijay and Japa is the art of managing relationships. I realized that everything doesn't matter. You learn how to manage relationships. Sama, Dana, Peda, Dandam. Speak with love and affection, trying to reach them, alright? And that doesn't work. You speak with absolute certainty, with a little bit more power. Wake them up, alright? Okay? AVP Mohsen, I see you. Wake them up. And then, that doesn't work. Then you bring a third party everyone mutually respects to facilitate. That doesn't work. Let it go. Alright? And come back again. And the second point of relationship management is that don't waste time dealing with the egos out there. You either hammer it down and deal with the real person, or take that time. Because when you invest time with somebody's ego, it doesn't go anywhere. It's like water over a duck's back. I don't know whether you heard this. Because a duck's feathers is covered in wax. Alright? Ghana, I love you. Alright? Iraq, I love you. The duck's feather is covered with wax. So when you pour water on a duck's feather, it just flows away. It doesn't stick to the feathers. You didn't know that, did you guys? Alright? So when you talk to people's egos, alright, it's like water over a duck's back. It's a waste of your time and energy. But if you care enough about that person, and you know that that person's ego is going to destroy him or her or the organization, and it depends how much you care. And I learned from that to see that you should care for everyone. I'm practicing that to the best of my ability. Then don't give up on them. Keep pushing. Use other people. Because your greatest enemy is your ego. It will destroy you. And that's why I stay in Dato Sri Vijay's zone. Because I know that if he sees my ego, he'll hammer the shit out of me. And he hammer the ego out of me, guys. Alright? So this is week 43. Manage your relationships better. Samadana Peda Dandam. Don't waste time when you're dealing with people's egos. Don't allow the plateau to last too long. When I mean plateau last too long, don't even allow it to last for 2 weeks, guys. Oh, chief, 1 month I can leave the plateau? No! 1-2 weeks maximum, inject something. You know what to do, guys. Alright? So I love you guys. Before I end my Instagram live, I want to do a shout out to David Sharma. I think he's somewhere here. I went on a 5-kilometer hike with David Sharma, my much younger brother. And I have to admit, my fitness levels is not what it used to be. Okay, I stopped going to the gym and all that because you guys are keeping me busy with your max out dreams and goals. But now I decided I just want to spend some time. Dubai, I love you guys. I see you with David and whoever is in Malaysia. And today I followed David Sharma on a 5-kilometer freaking hike up, down the hills, And David Sharma's fitness level is unbelievable. So shout out to my brother, my warrior, Dato Sri Vijay's warrior, the one and only V partner, David Sharma. I love you guys. Myanmar, I see you. I love you, I love you, I love you guys. Okay, I'll see you on my Wednesday message. Very important message. Focus on it. Week 43, push yourself harder than you ever have. Wake everyone up. Inject that mojo so the plateau doesn't continue and it goes up and up and up. And week 43, raise the bar higher, guys. I love you guys so much.